Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you a game between Komodo 15 and Stockfish 15. I hope you enjoyed this game. Alright, so Komodo 15 is with the white pieces and Stockfish is with the black pieces. We have a French defense, normal variation, so e46, d4, d5, and Komodo goes for knight c3, and after knight f6, he pins the knight to the queen, and d takes e4. Black decides to trade, and after knight takes e4, knight takes e4 is a huge blunder because the knight is pinned, and after bishop takes d8, black is down a queen. So instead, what happened in the game was knight b to d7, defending this knight, and now knight to f3, a normal developing move. There's no big need to capture because you can capture later. So h6 is played, forcing the bishop to either capture or remain the pin. And Komodo goes for bishop captures on f6 after knight takes on f6 and bishop to d3, defending the knight. And here Stockfish decides to trade off the knights and play c5, striking into the center. Queen e2, queen a5 check, c3, and after takes, queen b6. I think Stockfish was trying to capture on b2, but Komodo Dragon did didn't do anything about it and just played knight to f3. Now, of course, I don't really think that people will capture on b2 because after queen captures on b2, then black is just losing. So I don't really know what queen b6 move is. So bishop to e7, knight to e5, very common move. Bishop f6, f4, bishop captures, and f captures. And another normal developing move, bishop to d7, and white castles his king to safety. But black attacks the queen and queen f3, putting some pressure on the f7 pawn, castles, and rook to d6. White is going in for the attack. And after bishop to c6, bishop captures, b captures, and I don't really think rook takes on c6 is not that good because queen a5 strike this pawn, and maybe rook f to c8, and black can get an attack on white's king, even though if white is up a pawn. So rook e1, bringing the other rook out into the game. And rook f to c8, like we just said, and black plays the rook f to c8, maybe creating some long-term pressure on the white king, and h4 trying to expand on the king side, and a5 black tries to expand on the queen side. So rook f1 targeting the f7 pawn, and here Stockfish played a move that I don't really like. Usually I would just go something like rook a7 to defend this pawn, but here Stockfish played rook to f8 and giving up this pawn, but creating this open file. But he also lets white get a triple attack on the f7 on the weak f7 pawn. So rook a to b8 is played, and after b3 because you don't want to take on f7, because after queen takes b2, king d1, white's king is actually very vulnerable, and maybe rook f to d8 and something like this can win the game. So Komodo just gets his king safe, and black goes for the pawn. White also takes the pawn, and black doesn't trade. Instead, he develops his rook, and king c2 defends both of these pawns, mainly the c3 pawn and a4. And here, what beginners do is they see this free pawn and they just go take it. But this actually just makes white's position, it's not bad, but it's strong. Like here in this position, you actually have a chance of winning, but after you capture here, there is basically no chance of winning because their king is weak and black can just keep checking you forever. So instead, we have b5, not opening the king side, I mean queen side, and after rook bc8, rook to f4, queen to c7. Black is kind of retreating, and rook to e1. And here the engines think of a repetition, but here Komodo says no, and he goes rook to e2, I think. Yes, I think rook to e2 was not played. Let's see what was played. So rook f4 rook to d8, and rook e1, rook d6, and I think, and after this, wait, no, in this position, black did not go for the rook d6 main line. Instead, he went for e5, going more aggressive, attacking the rook. But you do need to notice that this e5 pawn is isolated, and after rook f2 e4, white can easily win the pawn. So that's exactly what Komodo does. Rook f to e4, rook to d5 to defend the pawn. c4, not really attacking the rook, but might be attacking the rook after king to b2, because right now it's pinned. So queen d6 and c5. Again, not really attacking the queen because there's a pin here. So rook d2 check, king c1, and queen to d5, queen to c3, and here Stockfish actually finds a pretty shocking move. Like after rook captures on e5, queen to c4 check, just totally giving up this rook for free. Now white is up a rook, but the evaluation is still 0-0-0. Can you find out why the evaluation says it's draw? Alright, so first of all, white's king is very weak, and black can keep checking, like a rook to d8, and mainly king e3, because it's like the only king move. And if you go rook d5, rook takes d5 check, and then you have to go king e3, and then you lose the queen to a skewer. So Komodo just rather lose the queen, like king to e3, rook to d3 check, king f2, queen takes h4, king e2, rook takes f3, king takes f3, and after queen takes on b4, both engines accepted a draw offer. So they both claim that this position is draw. There's not much that white can do, even if c6, then queen to c3 check, just picks up this pawn, and you can't do anything if you do like rook 1 to e3, and let's say for example king to h7 c6, and after queen to c4, there's not much that white can do. So if you go rook c1, putting the rook behind the passed pawn, then queen to a3 check picks up the rook. So here there's actually not much what white can do. So even if something like this happens, where black doesn't capture the pawn, like after rook c3, there could be a few checks here, but the king eventually goes to safety. But I don't really think king g1 is good. I think, yeah, rook f3, and if black ever stops, like checking, then white will just try to advance this pawn. So that's going to be the end of today's video. If you want more videos like this, please consider subscribing.